Hi, it's Robert Troch coming to you live from Brooklyn, New York. I'm here in Fort Greene Park, not far from where I live, just finishing my walk. So now I'm going to do some warm-up exercises for the day. These are exercises designed to get the blood flowing, to get you breathing in sync with moving, good for your joints, and I'm going to use what's called the Five Tibetans. I first heard about this system about 10 years ago, and I found a book on the subject. I sent away right away, read about it, and I've been doing it ever since. This takes about 8 to 10 minutes, less depending on how quickly you do them. And the Five Tibetans are legendary for euthanizing. That's what appealed to me. So in 7 or 8 minutes, if you could help make yourself a little younger every day, that sounds good to me. So we got to find a grassy area to do this on. I'm going to head over here. It's getting kind of busy in the park already. A lot of people here exercising. It's a little after 7 a.m. Saturday morning. So are you out exercising in the park or in your living room, wherever? Or are you going to do it later today? Well, I see a spot over there, looks pretty good. That's one of my favorite spots, over near those big trees, so we're gonna head over there. Every year I come out here, the ground is looking a little more bare. I think they're going to have to reseed this soon. So first, I get out my trusty gloves, since I have my hands in the dirt a little bit. These are just gloves I get at the hardware store. They're about $5 or $6. So again, this is the Five Tibetans. First one, this is Tibetan number 1. This is a little different than you'll see with most exercises. I spin in place. Now there's reasons for this, especially in the direction you spin in, esoteric reasons about euthanizing and energy and so, but on a more practical level, it also challenges your balance. So what I'm going to do, as you'll see in my feet, is I'm going to turn just using my feet, right, clockwise. Today I'll go at a reasonable pace. So here we go. Tibetan number 1. Now the thing with this is you'll start feeling dizzy. To help with that, as I turn, I focus my eyes on 3 or 4 different points each time I turn. Maybe you can see. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. $14. and that's 21. Now I'm pretty dizzy right now. I'm focusing my eyes on a point way ahead, keeping my eyes still, breathing, regaining my equilibrium. It's coming back pretty fast. I noticed the more I did this, the easier it became for me to regain equilibrium and the dizziness to go away. Not a bad thing. As you get older, what's one of the things you have problems with? Your balance, right? So, why did I do 21 of these? I did 21 because that's what the Tibetan monks did. This was a system used by Tibetan monks in a monastery to do what I'm doing today, which is to euthanize themselves. They used it every day, and every exercise was done 21 times. There's some magic in that number 21. So exercise number 2, Tibetan number 2, I'm going to do on the ground. It's good to take your phone out of your pocket if you're going to do this. Now remember, these are energy exercises. I could turn these into real live exercises if I wanted, where my heart's going and I'm sweating, but that's not the point of these. So you'll notice I take little relaxations during this exercise. I don't want to get overly fatigued and depleted. That's not the point of these. This is to energize, not deplete. Tibetan number 2. Head up, legs up, and down. So notice right there, I relax for just a second, you'll see. That's 1. Seven. That's 10. $16. Remember, I'm doing 21 of these. And 21. So if I was going to turn that into a real exercise, when my legs came down to the ground, I would probably never touch the ground with them, for instance. I could make it a lot harder. But again, that's not the point. So that was Tibetan number 2. Tibetan number 3, I will be opening up the front of my body now. You'll see that that exercise contracted the front, stretched the back. If you have tight hamstrings, you'll feel that one. This one will do the opposite. Contract the back side, open up the front side. Put my hands on my low back, right at the tops of my hips, like so. And open up in my upper back, like so. We want to take the strain out of the lower back. So you might not go back that far, because you're keeping it more up here in your upper back. Now notice I'm breathing doing this. Do not hold your breath. If you're not going to breathe, if you're going to hold your breath and strain, you might as well not bother with these. Breathe, keep the flow going. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. I think that's 5. I'm talking so much I lost count. I think that's 5. If you're feeling strain in your low back, here's a little trick. Before you go back each time, contract a little bit, tuck your pelvis under like so, and then go back. So the difference would be, I tuck my pelvis there, I didn't tuck my pelvis there, and I'm feeling a lot of strain in my low back doing it that way. So, tuck it a little bit. That means the little abs are working. I think that's 10. Oh, that's good, that last one. 21. Those last couple felt good. I could really feel starting to open up in the front. So, that's 3 Tibetans. Number 4. This is going to resemble, if you've ever done yoga, what they call a yoga table exercise. But again, this is a little bit more of a flow. So I'm not really holding things and straining too much. You might notice my breathing pattern with this. I'm breathing the whole time. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. I'll try to make it loud so you can hear it. So it'll look like this. That's 5. That's 15. And 21. So, you could do those at slower pace. I mean, my heart rate is up a little. I went a little faster for that. But breathing kept things under control. Feeling pretty good. Tibetan number 5. This resembles some things in yoga too. Remember, these are the 5 rites of Tibetan yoga. So when you look at the history of exercise in that part of the world, you'll see a lot of stuff cross-pollinated between China, India, Russia. It all kind of conglomerated there. So I'm going to start here, drop my hips, and then come back. Now, for your low back here, to keep your low back out of trouble, squeeze your glutes. That's your butt as hard as you can at the bottom of this. Don't let your shoulders sink. Keep your chest open. Drive your legs back. So that's, I'll call this 2. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Oh, Harry! Harry! Harry!
Hey guys. 21. That's 21. As you can see, when you get down on the ground, you join the animals. Back to nature, right? So those were the 5 Tibetans. Any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me, because there's a lot more I could tell you about them. It'll take you, when you're learning it, over 10 minutes in the morning, but when you get the hang of them, you can do it quicker. You'll be done in about 8 minutes. I feel a lot more energized right now. So I'm gonna head back. I got stuff to do. I'm gonna work out later today. Hopefully you can make some time to work out. Get out for a walk, do something today too. It's a beautiful day. I'll see you next week.